Are you ready to go? It's the Thermal Club $1 Million Challenge. 12 IndyCar drivers and their machines representing their teams and sponsors with all the money on the line. This is the first half. The Thermal Club $1 Million Challenge is away.
Green.
Palou with a massive jump there. That's what he needed to get to the point clean. Further back, it's McLaughlin working the high side of Rosenquist.
He goes around Felix Rosenquist. Graham Rahal out in the dirt. His teammate Lundgaard in that black and red machine looking for a line.
2 by 2, you see Lundgaard on the inside of Rahal there, already at the back. Colton Herta taking his time, just tiptoeing around. We're seeing the strategy play out immediately, but up front, Scott McLaughlin's got the bit between his teeth, side by side with Augustine Canapino through 4 and 5. Great action.
Behind Rosenquist, here's Colton Herta.
Gamesmanship in full play. This is the conspiracy theory that Marty Snyder came up with yesterday, and Colton Herta's doing it. Listen, Marty, he is barely grating the cheese.
So Townsend, here's how it runs. You can go 10 seconds slower than the leaders and not go down a lap in these first 10 laps here at Thermal. So 100% the strategy, as Rob Edwards promised. Go slow for Colton Herta, hoping to go fast later in the day.
Look at this shot. The last car you see in that shot there is Augustine Canapino. That short straight, Colton Herta wasn't even within view.
He is playing the game, and just like his father called a winning strategy for Alexander Rossi at the Indy 500 with clutch and coast, look at Colton Herta's last lap, over 12 seconds slower than Palou.
This is management with a capital M.
Yeah, you have to drop to the back. Try to stay in the lead lap, please.
Okay, so they're bailing right now, Kevin. I think they're telling Pietro Fittipaldi, drop to the back, but stay on the lead lap. It's a late call to go the Herta strategy, Kev.
Well, they
We have
also...
to do 0.65 GPL. Look at the number close to your tire pressure, and I don't think we can keep the pace with the other guys, so you have to go to the back and save
They
fuel.
miscalculated, did not get enough fuel in, so that's the issue.
Yeah, I think my throttle's sticking.
All right, use your best judgment. Use your best judgment. We're looking into it.
If you couldn't understand him, he said, I think my throttle is sticking. By the way, after the end of the heat, he said those guys, the Ganassis, are on another planet.
My throttle is sticking.
Tell Pietro that my kind of cruise here.
So Alex Palou is just told by his strategist, Barry Wanzer, the last 4 are just cruising around, saving tires. So my question, Hinch, Townsend, why doesn't Palou back up and see if McLaughlin actually wants to pass him, or if he's just kind of wanting to ride around in second right now?
He's doing that. I mean, Alex Palou just turned a 142.9.
Okay, so next time by, they're going to know that they're within 1 lap to the halftime break. It'll be a 10-minute break for them to make any adjustments within the rules to the front or rear wing angles or the wickers. If they want to adjust tire pressures, they're not allowed to change the tires. And that's what's going to make this second half of the $1 Million Challenge interesting. And they will be a lot closer, and they will be racing. There's not going to be any tire management as far as to the extent as we're seeing in this opening half. They'll be racing. There's a lot of cash on the line, and $500,000 to the winner. IndyCar race officials are there talking to the Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan staff. So Rahal did not make it to the halftime break, which is coming up right now. As soon as Alex Palou crosses the line, he's almost at the end of the lap. Down this straight towards turn 15 and 16 and 17, this is the closing sequence. Now when they're running at full speed here, this is a brutal section through here. They do a Supercross style jump right there. They've been getting airborne all weekend, and this marks the halfway point for Alex Palou. It's Pietro Fittipaldi. He is out of his MyJack Honda. He was instructed by IndyCar Race Control, jump out, you are DQ'd. You're disqualified from the second half for failing to follow IndyCar instructions. That is not fueling the car to full, I believe, in the opening half. I imagine that's what it is. We just heard the team apologizing to him in the break. And yes, confirmation that that is the reason why he has been disqualified and will not participate in the second half, which is the most important half in the race for money. Christian Lundgaard had damage. Here he is, the Hy-Vee Honda. He's been sent to the back of the field for emergency service during that break. So RLL cars really got the wrong end of the stick there, and this guy, we're going to have to see what he can do from the back of this field. However, there are 2 less cars in the field, just 10 cars in this final portion. Getting ready to go. This is up at the top end of the circuit, coming through turns 16 and 17. Alex Palou, who's pretty much been in control of everything here at the Thermal Club. Will Scott McLaughlin allow him to be? Here we go, the Thermal Club $1 Million Challenge. The final half is underway, and everybody is racing for the big money.
McLaughlin very close through turn 17 there. Both drivers on the button. A lot more from Palou.
Canapino and Rossi, I think, side by side. Canapino got into the left rear of Alexander Rossi, and look who picked up a spot, Colton Herta.
And
will Rossi try to outbrake him? He goes to the high side.
Now he had Calamirla try and go around the outside of turn 1 in the heat race. That didn't work out. Is he going to do the switchback?
Tries Joseph Newgarden, they're wheel to wheel. A couple of Chevrolet drivers, Team Penske, Aaron McLaren going at it. And Rossi moves over on Newgarden, they almost hit.
Better be careful for both of them. They go wide. They gave up at least 2 spots, I think. Lundqvist to the inside and Herta.
Oh boy, that was expensive in more ways than one.
That was a gift for Colton Herta, guys, picking up spots. Now he's in 6th. Rossi and Newgarden still trying to sort out their differences here as the Ganassi driver Lundqvist and Colton Herta from Andretti pull away.
Here comes Rossi. You're seeing Lundgaard watching Rossi. Rossi pops to the inside of Newgarden.
This time Alexander Rossi's able to make the move stick. This is Alexander Rossi in the orange, white and black car going at it with Joseph Newgarden. They did actually hit. Look at the response from Newgarden.
How's race control going to see that, Hinch? That looked to be quite reactionary.
Yeah, they're not going to love that. Moving in the brake zone, leading to contact. I don't know if Joseph intentionally drove him that far out, but he deserved to be driven that far out at this point. This was a corner before that in turn 1. This is what set it up. Now let's watch this into the brake zone.
So they both run wide. There's no grip offline, and meanwhile Lundqvist and Herta say, thank you very much. Then 2 corners later, Rossi back to the inside.
That is not a lot. When
Here
you
comes
still
Herta.
have...
Look at him. He's making the move the inside of Lundqvist. He gets another one. Colton Herta in the top 5. 8 laps to go grab $500,000. He is on his way.
He's in the money.
Rossi can't afford to waste any push to pass. This is going to be a tough one into 15. Big lunge from Rossi. Overshoots it. Lundqvist goes back by. It's all coming undone for the driver of the 7. Not able to make that one stick.
Almost lost it.
Colton Herta in replay. What went down? Gotcha, Linus Lundqvist.
Forceful move. Lundqvist very smart from the rookie to not take the damage unnecessarily. He knows Herta's got the advantage on tires.
The last 3 lap times, Alex Palou versus Colton Herta, powered by NTT there. You can see up front in that clean air, Palou just able to knock off those laps, but Colton stuck in the dirty air, not able to match him despite the tire advantage. He is definitely better on the brakes. It's going to be a lunge if he's going to try it here, guys. Here he goes.
Armstrong kind of closes the door, leaves a little bit of a gap, leaving some indecision for Herta. What's he doing? Am I going to get a front wing contact?
And this is the final. This is it. Herta on the inside of Armstrong, and he's got him.
Oh, he might have to drive off track. No, he's able to hold it in line, and that's the move from Colton Herta. P4.
It's about $100,000 he just made right there.
This is further back. What about for the big bucks at the front? What is Alex Palou doing that just prevents anybody, Kevin, from getting within 5 seconds of him?
And he's not said anything the entire session, as you can expect, because it's going perfect. Let's go back to St. Pete. A couple of weeks ago, watching social media, some people were saying, hey, is there an issue with Ganassi this year going to 5 cars? Their best finish was Palou in 6th. I kind of wondered if maybe just the way the race played out, they couldn't use any tire strategy. Well, here where that matters, Alex Palou is dominating. Ganassi running 1, 5, and 6 this weekend.
And next time by, Alex Palou is going to see the white flag signifying 1 lap to go. 3 more miles of racing. Prize purse in total more than $1.7 million at this very unique place. And Unique event really for IndyCar. This hasn't happened in such a long time. The 26-year-old Spaniard, Alex Palou, wins the Thermal Club $1 Million Challenge.
Let's go! Yee! Thank you, boys. That's awesome.
Scott McLaughlin of Team Penske follows him home in second, and Felix Rosenquist for Meyer Shank Racing in third. And Colton Herta's strategy of being very conservative, waiting at the back in the opening half, and then coming through, nets him fourth place, and plenty of money as well. 4 different teams, boys, in the top 4 positions.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.